Hi, I'm Christian Clymer from We Work for Health. Thank you for visiting the new We Work for Health website. One of the features of the new site gives you the ability to ask questions of the experts. Fill in your name, your email, and your address and your question below, and we will try to answer it in a future video. We will also be updating you on issues facing our industry in Washington and around the country. As you probably know, last week the Senate Finance Committee finished its work on healthcare reform legislation. The committee is set to vote on the bill soon. Members of the committee considered hundreds of amendments during their deliberations and worked into the very early hours last Friday to complete markup of the bill, which will move comprehensive healthcare reform legislation forward. An amendment proposed by Senator Bill Nelson from Florida, of particular interest to the biopharmaceutical industry, was voted down by the committee in a 10-13 vote. The amendment would impose mandatory rebates on drugs dispensed to Medicare beneficiaries who also receive Medicaid. This amendment, which is likely to resurface during the full Senate's consideration of reform legislation, could result in a range of unintended consequences, including, according to the Congressional Budget Office, a significant increase in beneficiary premiums. In addition, imposing price controls similar to the Medicaid program could also negatively impact the satisfaction of Part D enrollees, the overwhelming majority of whom say they like the Part D program. In contrast, the biopharmaceutical industry has pledged to support legislation that would help close the coverage gap in Medicare Part D by giving seniors a 50% discount on their brand name medicines while in the coverage gap, allowing seniors to spend less out of pocket for their medicines. If members of the Senate Finance Committee vote to approve the bill this week, Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid will then lead negotiations to merge the Finance Committee bill with legislation previously approved by the Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Committee. Senator Nelson said during the markup that Senator Reid had promised that this amendment would be reintroduced on the Senate floor. Now is a historic time in healthcare. Look around the site and learn more about how we all work for health so that you know what's going on. So submit a question below and make sure to check back next week for another update. Thanks again for visiting weworkforhealth.org.